Namibia. Hello, grade 4s and 5s. Welcome to MyZone online school. My name is Teacher Kennedy. With me here is Chanel. Yes. Before we start our lessons, let's remember to sanitize. Let's sanitize, Chanel. Let's spray in our hands, rub between fingers and behind. Yes. And let's not forget to keep the distance. At least 1.5 will be good for us. Thank you very much. Our today's lesson is noun plurals. We are going to talk about nouns and how to pluralize them. Okay, boys and girls, like what I've said, we are talking about plurals. And here on page 3, let's turn our books on page 3, where we are talking about the rules that we need to follow, the rules that we need to remember when we are making or writing plurals of nouns. We are mainly focusing on the addition of S or ES. Now, what are plurals? Plurals means many or a lot of things, a lot of nouns. Nouns are in singular, meaning to say is one. When we are saying it's in singular form, we mean it's one. When we are saying it's in plural form, it means there are many. So, there are rules to be followed. When words are changed from single to plural form, there are some rules. We must remember this. I want to repeat it. Rule number one. Most words simply take the S in their plural forms. Most of them, if you look, they take an S. For example, one house, one houses. One house, you cannot say one houses, but if they are men, you say two or more houses, right? One chair, two chairs. If you look closely at these nouns, when they are pluralized, they are just added an S. Rule number 2, if the word ends in CH, SH, double S or SS, or S, or X, then we add ES. This is simple. Words ending with CH, SH, SS, S, or X, we just add ES in their plural form. Let's look at the examples. Church. If you look at this noun, it's ending with CH, church. When there are many churches, there is ES added to the noun church. One box is ending with X, we add ES for it to become boxes. Rule number 3, if the word ends in a vowel plus Y, meaning to say a vowel precedes a Y or comes before a Y, then we add the S in their plural form. Let's look at the examples. Holiday. The word holiday or the noun holiday is ending with A plus a Y. So there, what do? We just add an S. one key, two keys. We are just adding an S. Let's go to rule number 4, still on page 3. If the word ends in an O, then we add ES in their plural form. For example, potato is ending in an O. We add ES there. 2 potatoes, 2 tomatoes, a hero, 2 heroes. We are adding ES there. I hope we are following. Let's go to rule number 5. Rule number 5. Some words ending in an O take an S in their plural form. For example, photo, it becomes photos. We're just adding an S there. 1 radio, 2 radios. Rule number 6. Rule number 6. If a word ends in double O, we add an S in their plural form. Double O, we are just adding an S in their plural form. For example, zoo. Zoo. 2 zoos. 1 igloo. Many igloos. These nouns are ending with double O. Then we are just adding S as the plural. There's one thing that I want you to understand, boys and girls. Not all nouns are added ES or S. There are also irregular plurals that do not follow these rules at all. Example, we've got nouns like tooth, tooth, 1 tooth. If there are many, we don't add S or ES. They become teeth. Tooth, teeth. 1 many, 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 with an E. 1 foot, many feet. Foot, feet. These are irregular nouns. They may maintain the same word or they change completely. 1 child, 2 children. 1 child, 2 children. Thank you so very much, boys and girls. I understand you are following the rules for changing nouns to their plural form. Okay, my friends. Now, let's turn our books on page 4, where we are now doing our activities. We want to see if we have grasped, understood the rules that we were doing on page 3. Activity 1. For most words, just add S. Words ending with CH, SH, S, double S, or X, add S or ES. Right, I will just do with you one example here. The rest you will do, just fill with the correct plural for the noun given. Ants. That's the example that we are going to do together. If you look at the pictures, it's no longer 1 ant, there are many. The ants, the plural of ants, Chanel? Yes, it's ants, right? Stamp, singer, box. Remember the rules for X, nouns ending with X, SH, and CH. Let's turn our books. Let's continue with our activities on page 5. Page 5, words ending on a vowel plus Y. The rule says we just add an S. Words ending on an O, then add ES. Do we have words ending with a vowel and a Y? Yes, like monkey, there. And I will take monkey as my example. Let's do it together, monkey. When there are many monkeys, where we are just adding an S. Let's turn our books to page 6, activity 3. Words ending in an O, simply take S or add S. Words ending on double O, add S. Our first example, zoo. Zoos, where we are just adding S. So you will do avocado, kangaroo, piano, buffalo, eagle. Let's continue to page 7. Activity 4. Irregular nouns. Remember, the rule says the word or the noun may remain the same or change completely. The whole word spelling changes or the word stays the same. So, fill in the plural form of each of these pictures using the rule for irregular plurals. It is important also that we refer if you've forgotten. Our example, tooth. Tooth. Do we add ES? Do we add S? No. The word or the noun changes completely to become teeth. So fill in for child, foot, sheep, fish, mouse. Okay, boys and girls, let's turn our books to page 8, where we are having an interesting comprehension. An interesting comprehension. There is full of plurals. Nouns in their plural form and in their singular form. Remember what I told you last time, that for me to understand a comprehension passage, I start by going through the questions. So let's go to our questions. Number 1 is saying, why did the mice have to run away? Name 3 things that the mice had to eat where they used to stay. What were the only things they could find to eat in the field? Under which 2 places did they search for food? Where did they sleep? How did the lilies keep the water? What are the names of the 2 brothers who found better food for them? Where were the nuts found? What did they find with the strawberries? Write down 10 plural form nouns from the passage. Like what I've said, this passage is full of nouns in their plural form. I'm going to read in your hearing. The mouse family. Once upon a time, there was a family of mice who found themselves lost after they had to run away from a few hungry stray cats. They used to have lots of food where they lived. They had seeds, herbs, different cheeses, sweets, and fruit. Now, they only had dry peels and old pods from a field, which was difficult to chew with their little teeth. They searched for food under the tree trunks and rocks. They slept in a feather bed they made from feathers that they gathered from under the trees. They drank water from the lilies that had dew inside them. Early in the mornings, Charlie and Mick went searching for better food and found a bunch of nuts in the garden, in bowls on the tables. They took some home and shared with their brothers and sisters. Soon they found cakes and strawberries and shared these amongst all of them. Some days they were lucky to carry some dried fruit chips from the kitchen. They lived so well in the house that they decided to stay. So they lived happily ever after. What an interesting story. Full of plurals, nouns in their plural forms. Hence we are asked this question: write down 10 plural form nouns from the passage. I want to believe that we have all understood this important lesson about plurals and the rules to be followed when we are changing from singular form to plural form. And remember that singular means one, plural, many. Thank you so very much, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, it has been good to be with you. But before we go, let's remember to sanitize. Chanel, let's sanitize to make sure our hands are safe. We've been touching the surfaces, the desks. And let's remember also to maintain our distance. It's good for us. Let's meet in the next lesson. Goodbye for now.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
In a corner of southern Africa lies a vast and sparse land, where endless horizons, dramatic scenery, and untouched wilderness abound. (1,500 kilometers of harsh desert coastline, a mosaic of biodiversity, sub-Saharan savanna, acacia bushland, encased by 2 deserts. Home to wildlife and wilderness abundant, yet ever at risk. This is Namibia, home to some of the most noteworthy conservation success stories across the globe. Initiatives forged, manned, and driven by passionate individuals and groups.
People are busy there walking for more than 45 kilometers a day.
Special species and wild locations under constant threat from an increasingly destructive developing world.
One of the world's true survivors.
This is the story of the Namibian wilderness, the stories of the enigmatic wildlife and natural wonders of her realm.
They are not a threat to anyone, if you understand them.
This is the story of those determined to preserve it, and thereby themselves.
Don't think I want to tell my children one day that we had rhinos in Namibia. I want to show them live rhinos.
This is the story of the last defenders.
We had been tracked them for about 7 days, and on the 7th day, we come across the butchers, and there was a shooting. We are not armed. We having a camera and GPS, we are just hiding behind the bushes. If I don't protect this species, who's going to do that? So it's that why I sacrificed my life to go on conserve the rhinos.
Armed out in the field with basically a notebook against poachers that are armed with highly dangerous weapons and more. How is this an equal fight?
I started right on the ground as a tracker, and I worked all the way up to be the CEO now, and I know how hard it is. It's commitment and dedication and the patience that you have for the animal. It's really hard. It's like you had something in your house that you are protecting for so long, and when you go away from home, somebody comes and kills you.
Mr. Oliver. Bumpkin.
You're the reason that the sun goes up. You're the reason that the rain comes down. You're the reason that I climb every mountain. You're the reason that I cross every river. You're the reason that I say hallelujah. Say hallelujah. You're the reason that I say hallelujah. Say hallelujah. You're the reason that I bow in the morning. You're the reason that I bow in the night. You're the reason that I bow in the morning. You're the reason that I bow in the night. You're the reason, Lord. You're the reason. You're the reason, Lord. You're the reason. You're the reason that I wake up in the morning, got food on my plate. You're my provider. You're my provider. When the going gets tough and the shoulders get heavy, I can look to you and you answer my calls. And you answer my prayers. And you're telling me it's okay. Everything will be alright. You're the father to the fatherless. You're the mother to the motherless. You're gonna lead me to my promised land. You're gonna lead me to the holy place. You're gonna lead me to my promised land. You're the reason that the sun goes up. You're the reason that the rain comes down. You're the reason that I climb every mountain. You're the reason that I cross every river. You're the reason that I say hallelujah. Say hallelujah. You're the reason that I say hallelujah. Say hallelujah. You're the reason that I bow in the morning. You're the reason that I bow in the night. You're the reason that I bow in the morning. You're the reason that I bow in the night. You're the reason, Lord. You're the reason. You're the reason, Lord. You're the reason. Sorry for the sin that I've done in the past. Now I know what it takes to be real. Now I know what what it takes to be strong. Lost my brother when I was just 17. You're the reason that I made it through all the pain. You're the reason that I stand up every time I fall. You're my hope in my failure. You're my candle in my dark days. You're my oxygen. You're my everything. You're my hope in my failure. You're my candle in my dark days. You're my oxygen. You're my everything. You're the reason that the sun goes